want to welcome everybody to STEAM in the Park. Woo! Camp number 13, year number 5 for us with STEAM in the Park. Yeah, so this is number 46 since 2021. And then we have some really elusive animals. They're only seen once a year, but they look like this. These are your elusive animals. Many different looks that they have. Stephanie Spencer is one of our veteran campers. She started in 2022 at Crater Lake and has been with us the last few years. And she has come to multiple camps. One year, I think it was 5. 13 camps in 4 years. She's stalking us. Yep. Dave T is one of our staff members with Expeditions in Education, and he's going to be assisting Stephanie this week. This is Colleen Rooney. Colleen is our unofficial ambassador for the week. It started, and we're going to do some introductions now. I'm Daisha.
I'm Stephanie Spencer. I'm your ambassador this week with Dave. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, actually Tucker, which is just outside the Atlanta, and I'm a retired K-5 STEM teacher. So I've got any STEM project you can imagine, I've done it. And now I own that Wild Roots Native Nursery. So I started a native plant nursery because I had nothing to do, you know.
Hi, I'm Carol. I spent 28 years as an elementary school librarian, and currently I'm substituting in the same school. So I just love it. I have, my foot in both worlds, and have grandchildren. So life is great, the best, and I love to travel.
Hi, I'm Ty Drew first. I changed careers and became a teacher. And so I did that for 25 years. Before that, I was working for an investment management company, and I did that for 12 years, but it didn't feed my soul. I wanted a job where every day would be different. So when I changed to be a teacher, I got that and more. So part of me coming here is to figure out what is that something else.
Hi, I'm John Fredericks, my wife Sheila. I volunteer at her school. But at school, like I said, I'm the volunteer, I'm the substitute, I'm the janitor, I'm the carpenter, whatever they need, whatever the teachers need, all they do is have to come ask, and they can go take care of the kids, I'll take care of the problems.
Hi, I'm Sheila. I'm married to him. I teach in a small school for kids with special needs, grades 6 to 12. I teach technology, photography, video editing, 3D printing, STEAM, Pixar, all that kind of fun stuff. And this is my 5th year.
Hi everybody, I'm Tanya English and I'm from Maryland, and I'm a master naturalist in Maryland, which means that I'm officially a steward of the nature and wildlife, and we give back volunteer hours all across the year, and people can do anything, but I mostly give hikes to kids and lead kids on nature hikes and that kind of thing, so that's my connection. I'm also a leader with Outdoor Afro. It's my 3rd year doing that too. This is my 3rd camp, Redwoods, Acadia, and this one, so that's wonderful.
Hi, I'm Pam Flynn from the upstate of South Carolina, as you can tell, the accent. Like Wendy, I'm a career changer. I worked for Milliken Company, Duke Power in the upstate of South Carolina. And so when I had children, I decided I wanted to sort of work part-time in a private school. And I just worked in the office, and I decided I loved teaching. I loved that environment. And so I went back and got my degree, and I was a social studies teacher for secondary high school for well over 20-something years. I now mentor, assist, supervise a little secondary social studies teachers for the college.
My name is Carrie Giannotti. I teach in Bloomfield High School in New Jersey. I teach U.S. History 1. Done it for 22 years. And I'm also a volunteer at the New Jersey School of Conservation up there. I'm on their programming committee, and I lead a painting class. So we paint our area of the world.
I'm Angie Mitchell. I'm from Jasper, Alabama. I'm not a teacher. I've worked at the same place for 30 years. I work as an office manager at a car dealership. Me and my husband own a sign business in our town, and we have a farm, and I want to take all this back and teach our grandkids all about it. Thank you.
I'm Heather Thompson. I'm also from Jasper, Oakman, Alabama, which is like 10 minutes from Jasper. I've known Angie, gosh, I don't know, her son and my sons grew up together playing baseball, and we've been to several different national parks together, but I am a teacher. I was elementary, 2nd and 3rd grade. After I decided I didn't want to be in the classroom anymore, I went into the role of being the librarian. So I'm now the librarian. This is my 4th year, and I also am over the after-school program that we run. And when I heard about this, I can incorporate it in school, but I can also incorporate it in the after-school program. So for any STEM that I actually learn here, I'm going to take it back and teach them.
I'm Tixie Fowler, and I am from Metro Atlanta area, a little outside the city. And 11 years ago, I decided that I had a really good job and had insurance and potential pension, and I just couldn't deal with that, so I threw it all out the window. Started a nonprofit. It's called Youth and Nature Network. And what I do is I take children who normally wouldn't have the opportunities to do this kind of thing out in nature, to go out and have experiential learning. So here's what I'm learning is not only what you're doing and how you're doing it, but also I would take a lot of this and would work with teachers and the kids as well.
Hello everyone, I'm Dave Chizeski, and chances are if you received an email from Expeditions in Education after filling out a form, it was my name that was attached to the email, because I make that happen for this group. I'm a twice retired technology director from public schools in Michigan. That's where I am, near Grand Rapids, if you're familiar with Michigan. Retired once, went to work for Discovery Education for a while, and then that position ended, so I got another tech director job, and I stuck in that one until my son turned 26 and he fell off my insurance. And I didn't need to keep working for his insurance anymore, so I was done for the second time, and now I only have 2 jobs that I work after the second retirement. So this is my second camp. This summer I was at Golden Gate, and I'm here at Yosemite to experience what you guys experience so I can better support what they're doing in their programs.
We're going to do our first little fun activity now. I'm going to ask the ambassadors to come around with a bag of birds, and they are going to drop some birds on your table. Now, understand that they're going to drop birds. It's not going to be bird droppings, okay? I want you to sketch it the best way you can, and then I want you to write a few facts about this bird when it comes to you. What we're going to do is you guys have just gotten to know your bird a little bit, and now you're going to get to know each other and each other's birds a little bit. I want you to fly to another bird or 2, and I want you to introduce yourself again, and then introduce your bird and tell a fun fact about that bird. Good night, everybody. So welcome everyone to day 2. Woo! Every park has had a mascot, and we have given that out each day to someone to share the day with their mascot. So Stephanie and Dave, if you guys will come up.
So we are going to give this to Carrie. And
We have a big day planned. We have 2 sessions with Ranger Shelton, one before lunch and one after.
But I've been here since last year, 03. Arrived in the spring, and I was only supposed to be here until the fall. Soldiers are only serving in Yosemite during the summer months. But what someone didn't tell me is that a summer in Yosemite means that you have winter, spring, summer, fall, and winter again. So when I arrived in the spring, the high country was still covered in snow, and the valley still had a little bit of snow. And when I left last year, or I should have left last year with Troop K, it had already started snowing in October. So, hi, my name is Shelton Johnson. I've been telling this story for about 30 years now. This is my second introduction. I can be myself. Although I am myself when I portray Sergeant Elijah Yancey. That's another me, it's an alter ego. But I think that it's important to communicate that why I had such a fire within me to tell this story. And it was really rooted in, sometimes you just know innately if something is right and if something is wrong.
Now we're going to honor all of our people who have been here this summer and summers before. And so we want to honor first our year 1 people. So Wendy and Heather and Angie and Tixie and Dave, come over and stand in front of the amazing Step and Repeat. And we are so glad you are here. You have year 3s. So Tanya and Pam and Carrie, if you guys can come on up. our number 3s, and we're going to pin you on your lanyard with a year 3 pin. All right, year 4, Stephanie and Carol. Woo! And then our old people, our OGs, the originals, Fred and Sheila, come on up. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is our book exchange. We started this last year, and it was really just going to be a one-year thing, and it turned out to be pretty special. When you do find your buddy, we want you just to go find a place just around here. It can be in here or just right outside. We want you to tell your buddy why you chose the book that you chose, what you hope they get out of it, and then vice versa. But then we want you to sign a little note. We're going to do an activity called To Each Its Own. It has 3 parts in it. So we're going to go outside for just 1 minute, and your goal is to find a pine cone that speaks to you. Okay? So you may bring in any pine cone that speaks to you. You're going to become a scientific illustrator. So you're going to sketch this pine cone in your journal. But not only are you going to sketch it, you're going to use numbers, words, and pictures. And I want you to lay out your journals open to where your photos are, and then just put your pine cones in the middle of the table. Don't necessarily put them near yours. Okay, so let's do length and weight and circumference. So we're going to set up several stations. The station over there is where we're going to do length. We're going to do the scale here, the weight here, and let's do the circumference. We'll use this table. Our last activity before dinner is our painting project. It is called Blending Your Manet with Your Monet. So you are going to be painting in small Altoid tins. We're going to head out to those picnic tables, and you are going to choose a scene that you see to your right or to your left, or a picture from your phone that you're in love with already, and you're going to paint. Welcome back. All right, everyone clear off the table between you. Clap.
You get your hands closer. Sneaky.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to day 3. Woo! All right, that's enough of that. Done. Okay, so read it.
The stars at night. Awe-inspiring. I am a small part of this, says Fred.
I think we have to. Okay.
Joy is our small, perfect-sized group in how we already feel like family.
Nice.
So Carrie, you're going to have to come up and pass the sheet. I was going to say go. Pass the sheet for my photo. You're going to pass this on to a person who has been very helpful with fellow campers here. This person is social, like our sheep. I was going to say go again. Bighorn sheep. And
We would like you to pass this on to Fred.
oh, good. We're going to go out and do an activity, and you're going to pick a native plant. You're going to pick one of those seeds out there. So you're going to sit solo in quiet and observe your plant, see if there's any pollinators on it, see if there's any ants around it, see if who's on it. Maybe it's just sitting there, but so you are pollinators. You're going to pick up things with 2 fingers using 4 fingers. But so you're going to use wood chips as your pollen you're picking up.
Pollinators ready?
Ready.
The artwork with your wood chips here. Something related to pollinators. So whether you want to make a bee, or you want to make a flower, or you want to make a tree, or a shrub, or a berry, or whatever you want to do.
Doing something today called carbon sequestration. We're going to try to see how much carbon is stored in these trees out here.
So, you guys are going to work in groups of 3. You're going to be doing these things on 4 different trees. Now, for these 4 trees, first you're going to ID it as a team. okay? Decide what it is. Then you're gonna do a rubbing for each tree, okay? The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna measure the circumference of a tree at DBH. That means at breast height. The next thing you're gonna do is you're going to measure the height. Now, you have 30 minutes to collect all your data. So find your groups, head out and decide on your 4 trees. You're gonna take your tree diameter that you just figured out times your tree height divided by 2. Okay? Welcome back, everyone. All right, so we're going to do an activity now called sound mapping. It is a great activity to help kids heighten their listening skills. It's a great activity to calm your students down when you need to. But it's also a great activity to teach that 2nd grade standard of sound. And it just gives people time to think and focus. So we want you to head outside, find a spot, and I want you for 10 minutes to record every sound. And you can use words or pictures up in 2s or 3s and open up your books and do some comparisons. And make sure they know where you were sitting, because that's going to make activity, which is called Scat Chat. My trusty assistants are going to come around and drop some photos of animals on your table. And we want you as a team to, 1, identify the animal, and 2, talk about their diet. And you're just going to hold up your animal, and everyone just take a quick look at it and tell us what it is. So our ambassadors are going to drop a little bag of cards on your table. So here are your little cards. You can open those up, spread them out, and see what you think. Maybe make a guess by even dropping it near the animal.
So we wanted some actual size comparison since this is too difficult.
Who else is enjoying this?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to get Oh, they're just playing around.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, boys, and girls, it's time to play that 1960s TV show game, Name That Scat. So please bring all of your scat and spread it out on this table and then stand back. Go, all the scat over there. Scat over there that matches your animal, steal it, pocket it, and run. Now I think it'd be fun if we design our own scat s'more. Yes, so marshmallow, graham cracker, and then what type of candy? So thank you for a great day. We're glad the power is back on. Tirza did that. Let's hear it for Tirza. Woo! She makes fire and power. She's she-woman. Goodbye. Ready? Welcome to day 4. Woo! So before we start, our amazing ambassadors are going to pass off Shelton. Okay, so yay, ambassadors! Woo!
So we would like Shelton to travel with Wendy today.
We have such a lovely morning planned for you. I have no idea what's happening, and that's okay. Sometimes I like to be surprised. But Sarah says that she gave us the best of the best today, and we have that with Chris. So Chris, can you introduce yourself?
I'm super excited to go to LCAP with you guys. Everyone from Nature Bridge has been raving about you all and saying how you are all so sweet and inquisitive, and the program that you all are doing is really, really wonderful. And I'm not only excited to share what I think is exciting about LCAP and exciting about the Valley, I'm really excited to see what I can learn from you guys today. So, really looking forward to the day. All right, let's get going.
Next week, Heather.
As we go through this next little section, this meadow is an area of really high ecological importance. The highest biodiversity that exists in Yosemite Valley exists in its meadows, and that's due to them being essentially sponges for water. They're just really robust wetlands that lots and lots of different animals require to survive. But the problem with going through meadows is that even things like stepping on the soil compacts it and reduces its ability to hold water, reduces its ability for things to live and survive there. So while we go through this area, we are going to be pretty single file and stick to the existing paths as best as we can. In the story of Achilles in the Trojan War, when Achilles was shot fatally by the arrow in his Achilles heel, yarrow was used to treat it, as the story goes.
Before we start walking again, does anyone notice like evidence of something that may have happened through like this area? Fire, burning. Fire is something that in this ecosystem is extremely important. Towards us, a really big heart, right in the middle, which is cute. And at the base of the heart, there's kind of a little bit of horizontal areas, which is called the heart ledges, which is a really popular sleeping spot. It's one of the few horizontal places that you can kind of find on the entire rock. Some cool woodpecker activity over here, hopefully, crossing my fingers. And then we'll make our way back to our cars. Good example. Harder to see. Where? Oh, all the little peeping and little squawking that you hear right now is all woodpeckers. They're all acorn woodpeckers, and they really, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if we see almost similar to sapsuckers, the tree that we pointed out earlier with the little kind of horizontal.
So this was awesome.
Yosemite gave us granite, bears, and skies filled with stars. You brought open hands, eager minds, and a sense of belonging that turned these days into something unforgettable.
This isn't farewell. It's simply a pause, the kind Yosemite knows well between storm and clear sky.
The next adventure is already waiting, whether along a mountain trail, beside a river bend, or within the circle of friends you've made here. With gratitude, starlight, and the scent of pine still in the air, your ambassadors.
That's what Firefly friendships are all about. It's not about being the loudest, the fastest, or even the funniest. It's just about showing up, about noticing when someone's glow is dim and saying, hey, I've got you. We're going to keep the doors closed on our cabins at all time. Your code is 3641. Pound it, baby, pound it. 3641. And then also, camp smell, don't care, whatever. I know it's camp hair, don't care, but I couldn't find a smell except for hell, and I didn't want to say that on camera. Oh, well, ring the bell. All right, so.
I said that. I don't know why.
And he's finishing if I can't get through it. Okay. So, dear campers, as the granite walls of Yosemite.
Okay,
Yosemite. All right.
Oh, don't put that on camera. That would sound horrible. Cut that part out. Oh, so.